Hello, everyone. And I have the amazing Leanne Murner, who is a Serenity Press children's book author. And her books are all about Australiana. I'm just going to let her tell you about it because I'm just so excited. And I know how passionate Leanne is about this. She's a mum of 5 boys. She owns 5 little bears, also is part of Serenity Press. And her books are amazing and they're illustrated by our one and only Cat Fox. So welcome, Leanne.
Morning, Karen. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. So, can you tell everyone about? Let's talk about the series, and then also Frankie and the Banksia.
So, yeah, we've got a series of 6 coming out, so they'll all be out this year. We've got Frankie and the Banksia was our first one. Loui and the Grass Tree has just been printed. So all of the books all have my children as the characters, and they've also got their Poppy John, which is the knowledge. So it's just exploring all of Australian plants, who needs them, what they need, and just teaching kids about how they can then encourage them to sort of get them into their yard, as well as encourage the wildlife in there as well.
You are really you're really passionate about educating children on Australian wildlife and everything. And like Poppy John's a real character, and he's in these books. Your children are real kids, and they're in these books. And
Yeah.
I believe there's also a cousin who's a girl going to be a character as well.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Me only having the boys, we just thought one of them just needed a little bit of a girl's touch. So we have one of my nieces in the next book. And I felt just after the fires, my kids were asking a lot of questions about the wildlife and the plants. And I was just trying to explain to them that a lot of plants actually do rely on fire. So I'd gathered a heap of information together and wanted to make it into a puzzle or a resource, but there was just so much knowledge I felt would have been missed off the puzzles. So obviously then they've now become a series of books, and like I said, my kids absolutely love them. As soon as one's out, that's it, it's straight to the school and reading it at the school to the class. So it's been amazing.
It is. And of course, our very own Cat Fox is bringing it to life. But I just want to give everyone a little sneak peek into this. Like, look, isn't it just so amazing, the details that's going in here, but that these are actual real characters. Is that you there in the pink t-shirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. But the educational part of this is, like I have 6 kids, and my kids love learning all of these things, and you are so passionate about teaching kids. Where did that come from, Leanne?
I'm really not sure. I think just I have learned so much that I didn't know in regards to just going, all right, well, maybe my kids are asking questions and I didn't know the answers. So when I was learning about it, I just, like I said, I've actually just got a real passion now to learn more and then be able to put it into something where a child is able to understand it. So I've had to then absorb the technical side of it and then numb it down to for a kid level for a child to then understand how nature works. And like if we don't have bees, we don't have plants. Like it's such a vicious cycle that we're losing so many species. It's something that I really feel that the next generation needs to be educated on.
I love it. I love it. So you're learning and sharing as you learn,
Yeah,
and it is that it's like sharing what what we didn't know and learn
yeah,
as kids, to then and educating and to share, because everybody needs to know where we live, the environment that we
yeah,
live in, and these books actually complement the 5 Little Bears products that you create. Like, they're handmade products, they're just exquisite. And I
yeah.
recommend that everybody goes and checks out 5 Little Bears. They're just amazing. Can you share how that was born, how your business was born?
So I had another business that were having lots of offcuts, and I just felt that it wasn't being sustainable by throwing them away. So we started to make some puzzles and utilise all the little pieces. So I'd gone to my local preschool to ask them about what it is that they think that they would need. And after some research, I realised that there's not a lot of Australian themed products out there. So that's how 5 Little Bears come about. So everything, other than our prehistoric range, everything's based around Australian themes. So teaching kids like our alphabets or all Australian. We've got some sensory products that are teaching kids what the animals feel like. We've got an ecosystem range, so it's an ever expanding range that we have. But then obviously then it's also educating kids on Australia, where we've also just expanded international. So we've had a lot of interest in people wanting to expand into different languages. So we've just done a Spanish range. So it's, like I said, it's just one of those things that's just evolving quite rapidly.
Isn't it amazing? I
It
just
is.
love it. You found, or a gap in the market found you. You're
Yeah.
the person to fill it, and now you know the amazing Australian success story. I just adore it, and your products are amazing. Your books are so informative. So guys, go and check out Frankie and the Banksia, Louis and the Grass Tree. What have we got coming next, Leanne?
Is Charlie and the Christmas Bush.
See, Christmas. I love it. You've got it all covered. And these books, really and truly, I learn by reading them. So learn together with your kids and go and check out the serenitypress.org bookstore, or you can go to Five Little Bears and grab your copies there. Leanne might even sign them for you if you ask nicely. Leanne, thank you so much. I've loved, having this conversation with you, and I'm sure all of our viewers have loved getting to know you more. So thank you for joining me.
Not a problem. Thanks, Karen.
Bye, everyone.